Hello everyone. It's not every day that I come out and record video, but one of the incidents that has moved me to make this is the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Uh, while I do not directly know him, nor have I been an active follower of him, I have been seeing the Trump election videos and the outreaches of Vivek Ramaswamy, especially in the college campuses, and that's where I noticed him. And when I saw the news that he has been assassinated, the very first thing that I knew that he was a guy from the Vivek's videos because I was an ardent follower of Vivek Ramaswamy, and I kind of expected that he would be the right candidate to lead. But of course, Trump was a different candidate altogether, and he was the front runner in the Republican Party. So it made sense that Trump became the president eventually. But my first brush with Charlie was during his arguments with students, and what I observed from him was he is very calm, a person who is very good ideologue. He was someone who encouraged between the dialogue between or the debate between people who come from different thoughts and different kind of upbringing, cultures, thoughts, political following, political leanings. He encouraged dialogue. That's a very important thing for us. We in India as well, as Democrats or as Republicans in US, we had parties like BJP, Congress. When we call about democracy, the most important thing that needs to sustain is debate, which uh, has gone horribly down because people are becoming too much engaged in social media or in their own day-to-day life and office struggles, games. But the the level of the political discourse that has been happening in the country has very much been like devoid of quality. It has been more blaming one party for the ills of the other, but policy making and the policy discussions have been only limited to the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, and most of the time there are a couple of NGOs who are mostly funded with some kind of agenda who do it. However, Charlie Kirk comes from a completely different mold. He was a person who delivered the youth to the Republican Party, which was something that BJP or RSS in its very young or the youth wing or the IT wing tried to do, and have been actually very much successful because most of us in the youth are completely engaged either for the BJP or else for the Congress, the right and the left divide. But Charlie Kirk's assassination in the United States proves something that every point or every word of freedom or every word of expression or every thought that we express comes with a price. You have to choose between the good and the bad. You have to choose between the sane and the moderate and the extreme every time you go out there, because if you put your heart out, you never know who can come out and snuff us. This is a completely dangerous times that we live in, where even political leanings which are expressed in a very extreme manner can lead to someone's death. If you There are religions or there are some certain practices that when criticized invite people who kill others, but it becomes very important for all of us to come together, and through democratic means we go ahead and censor such people. We go ahead and make them pay for their extremism. We should, and we cherish the freedoms that our constitution gave us. Charlie Kirk's death was extremely unfortunate. It shouldn't have happened that someone who championed free speech and was against uh, neoliberalism, that uh, for his from his interpretation was completely bad for his country, considering the way that the Republicans have leaned more towards anti-immigration, which makes sense to some extent. Uh, Illegal immigration is a problem with India as well. but there are different ways to deal with the problem. However, the loss of Charlie Kirk has pained many of us. I would like to recognize during this time those ideologues who were killed just for expressing their political opinion. Many of them died in the Kerala or West Bengal. These were all political assassinations. And as a country, we should come together, irrespective of which religion or which sect that we belong to. We should come together and we should strongly stand behind ideologues, listen to their what they express, because not many of us have sufficient time to go out there and do public service. And if we do not even stand behind those people who come out and fight for us, that's something that we should not get into. Classic examples, there is the Punawalas. Tehseen comes from a very liberal kind of a thinking, while Shahzad is more into the right wing, if you would like to categorize both of them. But they are a family. They haven't bet each other for their views, but they very well are coming from two different modes, even if they come from the same family. The world is the same, we all come from the same family, and as soon as we recognize that we as moderates or we as ideologues warn all our extreme members of the family that, hey, let's let them express their views, and we go ahead and create a conducive atmosphere where ideas can be exchanged, however banal they are, to a certain extent, not to hurt each other's uh, viewpoints. But hurt again comes with a disclaimer, because your threshold for getting hurt might be much lower than others. However, there is always some kind of thought that you need to put in before you put out some of the words. But then it would again do, it should not again lead to someone killing you just because you express your words. There are ways and means to put uh, go through a judicial process, and in our country judicial process may take time, but justice could be delivered if you are patient enough. Let us stick to the judicial processes, let us stick to dialogue, let us not devolve into a bunch of survivors where a few people who are on the extreme dictate the moderates, and due to this the complete process where moderation and dialogue go out of the window, and it's the extremes who fight each other for domination. We should not devolve into that kind of a turmoil. And if you consider our neighborhood as well, if you see Bangladesh, if you see Nepal, it's completely rebellions are happening, and most of them are being touted as regime change operations that have been done by other powers, other political powers. Let us hope we as Indians stand strong together. Let us give enough strength to each other to express your opinions, however you might, however like offensive they are to your perception, but still listen with an open mind and formulate opinion and then go ahead and speak. But let's not censor each other to extent that you silence the other person. Let's go through judicial processes to do that. Let's not kill each other. Let's value human life first. Let's make political assassinations extremely costly, to the extent that let's revoke not only the membership of the person who is involved, but also the whole organization should in some way pay to the complete extent of the person and the person's family. I don't know what measures we need to bring in, but I think it's a nice part of discussion that we need to bring in. And let us make political assassinations think of the past. I know it is a utopian world that I'm thinking of, and assassinations, especially political assassinations, are very common. But I think as humans, till the point that we have evolved, we need to give a better world to our kids. So let's hope and aspire for the same. I'm signing out. Charlie Kirk, you will be missed. We are extremely proud to have you as one of the ideologues in this world. I hope and I pray that your family, it's a void that no one can fill, but I really hope by the grace of God they will be they will they will get through this, and I hope the kids grow up to be fantastic individuals who will serve your country and the world at large. Thank you.